start this timer. In the topic. Where's my thing? Okay, there we go. All right, so our next topic, and we put this for 20 minutes because we need a whole lot of time to talk about it. But the Nintendo Direct happened last Thursday, and there were we have three. Are those Twitch bots?
Yeah.
So there was some huge announcements happening last week during the Direct, and there were a lot of games that were shown off and announced during the Direct for Nintendo. I'm just gonna go down the list and just we'll pick out what other ones we want to say or if I want to say anything about it. So starting from the very top, the first bit of announcements, WarioWare Gold, was basically bringing 100 WarioWare mini games into one big package. Oh no, take that back. It's similar to Mario Party Top 100. WarioWare is getting a similar collection that bundles up 300 micro games in a single package, which is freaking fantastic for the 3DS. Which is okay. I'll take that. I really want a new WarioWare, but if this is the closest we're gonna get, then that's fine. But yeah, I'm super stoked about that.
I love WarioWare, so like I was super excited to hear this announcement, and I would absolutely be getting it. But I do agree that like, hey Nintendo, real quick, Nintendo, you want to put one on the Switch?
Yes, it's perfect. It's perfect for the Switch too, if you think about it.
Absolutely.
Yes. The next game that was announced for 3DS was Dylan's Dead Heartbreakers, which didn't really move me. It's just
yeah. It's a game that's on the 3DS.
Yeah, basically.
It doesn't look bad. Like it doesn't look bad. It's just not something I'm at interested at all.
Yeah. Oh wow. And speaking of which, Valera says it actually looks pretty good. I mean, tomato. It didn't really particularly move me, Valera, but if it does for you, then
Valera has terrible taste, so don't just ignore it.
They got your one copy there, Nintendo.
He watches this in heat. Like, of course he has that taste.
The next game that was announced was Mario & Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser's Jr.'s Journey, which is a remake of the critically acclaimed Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. It was coming in 2019, but also features these allowing you to switch between the brothers to a platform inside Bowser, and then explore Bowser outside to explore the overworld.
That was in the original game.
Oh, okay. I'm just reading.
Yeah, that's not new at all. That's actually my favorite Mario and Luigi RPG.
Mm-hmm.
That game is fucking hilarious. Here's my issue: is I love Superstar Saga. So I went and bought that, or not bought that, but I rented that, and I was like, I'm interested in this Minion story, and it's awful. It's not funny, and it is boring. You want to know how it plays, real quick? It's not the RPG like Mario and Luigi is. It's literally you build an army with Koopas and Goombas and paratroopers and whatever is there, and you put them on the field, and then everything's automated. You have no control over anything. You just watch it happen and hope that you win.
Oh
wow. It's stupid and very boring, and I was like, this is not fun. So I went and just continued Mario and Luigi's story and didn't even touch the Minion part ever. And I was like, okay, so we have the same thing with this, right? And during the trailer, I was like, oh, I wonder if like Bowser Jr.'s story is going to be interesting. All right, let's check it out. And then they showed like footage of the gameplay itself again. I was like, nope, no, it's the same fucking thing, and I'm out. So,
right. I might try it out. It depends.
Here's the thing: if you haven't played Bowser's Inside Story, I highly recommend it, and this is your chance to do it. Just understand that the Bowser Jr. part is going to be boring. Like I don't know if it'll be funny. It might be hilarious, but the gameplay part is boring as hell.
Right.
The battle part is.
Okay.
So.
Good to know. The last bit of 3DS news was actually, this got me excited, kind of. Is that they're bringing Luigi's Mansion, a remake for the 3DS, which is pretty damn cool. Personally, I tried to play the sequel to Luigi's Mansion. It just didn't do it for me.
Dark Moon.
Yeah, it just didn't do it for me. And man, I'm willing to give Luigi's Mansion, the original, a try. Because I played it for a little bit, but I haven't played through the whole thing. So
Can I give you my only issue?
Mm.
The original's on the GameCube, and that GameCube controller is so good. And I think that the way the 3DS is designed doesn't really fit well with how that game is meant to be played. I think Luigi's Mansion game. I think the game is really good. Like, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against the game itself. I'm just concerned that the 2DS or the 3DS's ergonomically designed thing, like the way that the control is not going to be super copacetic with that game. That's
Right.
my concern.
Okay. I mean, I'm willing to give it a try when it comes out. But yeah, no, I think it's cool. It also has a new boss rush mode as well, so take it for what it's worth. All right, so that was the end of the 3DS news, but then in comes the Switch news. Right off the bat, Okami HD coming to the Switch. It was on the Wii and then on other platforms, and now it's coming to the Switch. It's a good game. It's Zelda with a dog. That's about it.
Yeah, like it's Zelda with super strong Japanese folklore.
Yep. So yeah, another opportunity to play that game. The next game that was announced, was talked about last time, but talked about it this time around. Dark Souls, coming to the Switch with the network test beta on May 25th. But the bigger news out of that, for me at least, is that they have an amiibo for Dark Souls, and it's the what was his name? Forgot the guy's name. Basically doing the
Something of Solaire.
yeah, doing the Praise the Sun emotes, and that's gonna be an amiibo. I'm totally getting that. That's awesome.
If I was at all into Dark Souls, I would absolutely be excited, but like I just have no interest in playing that game or will be playing that game, so we'll get there, Valere. Would you stow it in your panties?
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of which, his next game listed on here is Sushi Striker. The game looks a lot of fun. Actually, I was watching the trailers, like this game looks like kind of like Tetris, or like Puyo Puyo Tetris in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be like a $20 game, and that's perfect for it. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I think it's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be on. It's gonna be on a Switch and 3DS. So cool. I could try them both if I wanted to. Awesome. This next game that we showed off, I'm actually pretty. I'm interested in. I might try it out. Octopath Traveler. I love the art style to where like it's like 3D pixels on a 3D world. And that's coming out July 13th of this year. And also announced like you can pre-order it now and you get like the special edition of it, and you get this cool, awesome like pop-up book or whatnot. So the game looks really cool. So, next is Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes. Showed more footage this time around instead of just a short trailer. And it looks wacky and kooky as hell as Travis before in other No More Hero games, and I'm excited for this because I love everything Grasshopper. So I'm excited for that. That's sick.
I was not expecting the third game in the franchise to be that.
I think the thing that here's my thing. I don't think this is a true sequel to the No More Heroes.
Do you think this is like 2.5?
Yeah, like a side story. I think that we'll get a main one down the road, depending on how well this one sells.
Okay.
So that's my feeling about it. But it's cool.
Gotcha. I mean, I see that being a thing, but I was like, oh shit, like they're gonna announce the third game in the franchise. Because if you remember, wait, I don't know, was the second game just called 2?
I think it was like No More Heroes 2. I think it was called.
I'm looking it up. Hang on, give me a second. Valere, would you hold your panties?
Yeah, like I think No More Heroes. It was No More Heroes 1. I think the second one had some sort of subtitle, No More Heroes something, or maybe it was called No More Heroes 2. So.
Let's see. Series No More Heroes. Come on, like. Move a little bit faster here, phone. Jesus. Okay, here we go. Uh, the sequel is called No More Heroes 2: Desperate Struggle and was released in 2010. A second sequel, Travis Strikes Again: No More Heroes, was announced as a Nintendo Switch title for 2018. So I think you're right about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Directed by Suda51, the game is part of the No Heroes franchise and features the same protagonist, the father of Bad Girl, an assassin Travis previously killed. So yeah, it absolutely sounds like it's just another game, but not a direct sequel.
Right.
Oh, here we go. Suda does not consider the game a direct sequel to No More Heroes 2. There you go.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Awesome. The game looks sick though. I can't wait for it though. Next on the list, which as put it out in the chat, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker coming out this year on July 13th for the Switch, and it's basically a port of the game from the Wii U, but they included other levels, including Mario Odyssey, New Donk City, and there's also like a friend. It could be a two-player mode now, where one person controls Captain Toad, and the other person can control their Joy-Con and shoot on screen.
Yeah, so here's my thing: is that I wanted to play Captain Toad for a long time when it was on the Wii U, but I never had a Wii U, so I couldn't play it. The fact that it's coming to the Switch, it's 100% a buy for me immediately. Like,
oh, it's good.
No offense or buts.
It's super good. Yeah.
What I thought was the 3DS game was a different game built specifically for 3DS. It's not. It's the same game. It's just being ported to the 3DS.
I'll still take it. That's fine with me.
but here's the thing: if it's the same game and the Switch has extra content, why would I get it on the 3DS? You know.
It's true. It's true.
So I'm only gonna get it on the Switch first and foremost. I'm only gonna get it on the Switch, and I'm so excited for it. So.
Oh, definitely. It's super good. It's super good. If you've not played it, definitely get it on the Switch or 3DS, or if you've still the Wii U, definitely check it out as well. The next game on the list, Undertale, coming to the Switch. Game.
The way they announced that was really cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cute. I have it on my PC. Maybe one of the games you play on what's on tap, but like it's definitely a game that I've heard a lot about and people have praised to high heavens.
That would actually be a good game to play what's on tap, because it's got a lot of dialogue, but it's all red, and you press next when you want to hit the next piece of dialogue. So
yeah, maybe this time this game is okay for streaming. Maybe. The next on the list, which got me excited because I found out later on it's actually coming out on other platforms this year. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy coming out July 10th for the Switch, as well as the other platforms, including Steam on PC as well, which is coming out this year, which I'm super excited for. I'm getting that game day one on Steam. I'm playing that on what's on tap. If we land on it, that is. But that game is super cool. I'm excited for that. So, yay!
Which game? I'm sorry, I was typing something to answer to Valera in the chat. What game?
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy.
You know, that was so weird to me because Crash is a PlayStation game. Like that's what it's always been in my mind, like through and through. Yet now Switch and Xbox, and it's weird.
Yeah, definitely. I'm okay with it. That's fine. I just love the series, so like, I'll play it whenever on whatever platform. But yeah, on the Switch, you know, it fits. I guess I don't know. You can take it on the go. So, this one's a weird one to me because I never envisioned this to be on the Switch. But Little Nightmares, the complete edition, is coming out on May 18th for the Switch, which includes the DLC, and you can use a Pac-Man amiibo to unlock a special skin. So it's a little weird, but it's, I guess, you know, hey, put it on the Switch. I guess, I don't know. It's a little weird for me to see that on there. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. See how it sells. So, but definitely a game I want to play for sure. South Park: The Fractured Butthole is coming out on April 24th. This is, I messaged you when this has been announced. Like, do you want this on the Switch, Greg?
As I told you, I don't really care because like I played the first one and the second one for story. That's what they're meant to be played for. and I already beat it. So why would I get it again on a different console?
Mm-hmm. Agreed. So next on the list.
If you haven't played it, and you only have a Switch, get it on the Switch. Like, it's a great game. It's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But why am I gonna get it again?
Right. They announced with ARMS that there's gonna be an online open tournament starting now to March 18th, which is interesting. Top 8 players. We'll move on to the next online final. I'm not sure what else is there they're going to announce. I'm pretty sure it'll lead up to something more to that. But yeah, online tournament for ARMS, which low key I actually enjoy watching ARMS streams. Like, they're actually pretty fun to watch. Next on the list.
Like high level guys playing ARMS is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Next on the list, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, May 18th. So basically it's just Hyrule Warriors, but like all the DLC into one big package. That's about
a good
it.
chance I might rent that and play it, but...
Yeah, pretty much about it for that. This next game actually has got me interested, and it looks interesting, the fact that it's a tennis game but turned to a fighting game. Mario Tennis Aces, coming out on June 22nd. They showed information about that game during the Nintendo Direct, and it basically turned that tennis game into a fighting game. Like, there are supers in the game, level 1s, level 3s. Like, you can actually, I mean, we call it guard break, but it's the same idea where you can actually break somebody's racket if they block for too long, or along those lines. And also various characters, including Chain Chomp and whatnot. That game looks actually pretty deep. It actually looks pretty deep in that fashion.
Well, I don't disagree with you. Like, having a story mode and having a versus mode, having a 4-player mode and online mode with all the power-ups and abilities, like, it's going to be fun as hell. Like, I'm super excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one brilliant thing they added in the game. That is the ability to basically play the game like it's Wii Tennis, Wii Sports Tennis.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely. I was surprised by it, like the way that they're going in depth as far as like the mechanics and what other things they put into the game story wise. It just got me like, wow, I might have to pick this up. Like, even some of my friends within the FGC were like saying the same thing. Like, I'm gonna main Chain Chomp. It's really cool. It's really awesome. Next on the list was the Splatoon 2 version 3.0 announcement, where they announced new gear, a new ranking, which is called Rank X, a new DLC single story mode called Octo, and I think, was that about it? I think that's the main things that were announced, but it's cool.
They first and foremost, the expansion music. Good lord, that music's good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think it's really rad that they're just adding like a $20 story-based expansion.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are gonna get to play as Octolings in the fucking like multiplayer.
Yes,
dude, that's really like a good shit, Nintendo. Like, well done on that.
I was waiting for when the opportunity of Octos to be playable on for Splatoon, either this game or the last one. But no, it's really cool. It's awesome. I'm really excited. I like where they're headed with the single story mode for it for the DLC. So I'm excited for sure. And last but not least, they announced, and this is confirmed, Super Smash Brothers coming to the Switch. And yes, this is a new game, because Sakurai went on Twitter saying that yes, it is a new game. He's been working on it silently for I don't know how long. It might have been the past four years since Smash 4 came out on the Wii U. So okay. There was a good part of the internet, waiting for this to happen. I wasn't expecting this to be in this direct, but when it did, like, the internet exploded. It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, that, like, the Smash Brothers franchise is huge.
Mm-hmm.
But I get why everybody would sit there and say, like, oh, it's just a port, because a lot of stuff that's come to the Switch at this point has been ports.
Agreed. Agreed.
Splatoon 2 feels like it's just a port of the Wii version, or the Wii U version. The Breath of the Wild was on Wii U and Switch. Like, I get why people are like, oh, it's clearly a port, but you have to keep in mind, like, when you look at the dates of when Smash Brothers games came out, like the first one 99, the second one 2001, like there was literally a 2-year turnover between the first game and the second game. Now between the second game and the third game is the longest gap.
Yeah.
That is 2001 to 2008, so 7 years. And then between Brawl and 3D and the Wii U version was 4 years. 2008 to 2014. Nope, I do bad math. That's 6 years. But it's like people are like, oh, it doesn't seem like it's that long of development time between the Wii U version and the Switch version. And I'm like, y'all forget that between the first and second one it was 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did y'all want to forget that? Because like that's like 4 years is a ton of time to make a game,
right?
Especially a fighting game. Like, if it is in some weird way a port, I'll eat my shoe. I will on stream
basically
cook part of my shoe and eat my shoe.
So basically pulling the Trihex, right? So if you don't, for you and anybody else don't know, Trihex on stream when he was watching the live event said on stream that he was going to eat his shoe or buy his shoe if there's a Smash announcement. And lo and behold, it happened, and he did put his shoe in his mouth. So
yeah, I saw that too. Also, Valer, I would never eat my shit. Nothing.
No, thank you. I'm excited. From what I've been seeing as far as like it being a new Smash game rather than a port, like. In my heart, I want to believe it, and what I've seen, yeah, that can indicate that. Like, it's looking like that's gonna be the way. What the best thing about a new Smash game is just the announcements of happening of like characters that are gonna come to the game, and it's always fun to see. Also, forgot to mention this game is coming out this year, which is crazy. I'd guess that it's gonna come out this fall, but
yeah, I was like. I feel like it'll be a November release.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you have to think how popular Smash is, and if people don't have a Switch, Smash might be the game that gets them to buy one. And if it's at Christmas time, then kids can be like, "I want the new Smash game with a Switch."
Mm-hmm. Yep. And November has always been good to Nintendo. Like, for whatever reason, Nintendo likes to release its new games, its big popular games in November. So, yeah, I can see it happening for sure. All right, so. As we transition into our next topic or our next thing,